Hey guys, so this is a little crazy. I have officially lost 80 pounds of fat as of today. I weigh 305.8 pounds. I'm 6'1". And I don't think any of my measurements have really changed, which is interesting. But let's go ahead and get into it. So this segment of weight was definitely easier than the previous one, which is good. So I only really had a couple moments of carpal tunnel and weird swelling in my wrists and ankles that caused me some neurological stuff going on from very, it's a severe hypo symptom, which is great. But it went away, and it really wasn't that bad. It was really bad in August. It wasn't that bad in September. And a lot of things are just getting better, honestly. That's what I said before. Like, I don't have as much to talk about in terms of health just because it really is improving. There are still a lot of issues, but they're less. So it's definitely, I can feel that I'm becoming, just Mo. I'm in the process, right? Rather than super morbidly obese, I'm going to just be morbid soon. Which is good because super morbid obese takes it from like I could die in a couple years to I could die in, 5 to 10 years, right? So it really would get that pressure off of me. I don't consider myself in a health crisis anymore or severe or anything like that, because there were times when I didn't know if I was going to make it, day to day, month to month type of thing. I mean, not really day to day, but like month to month for sure. I couldn't tell if I was getting better or worse. It was tough in the beginning, but all that is gone. Like I said, most things are just less severe. I find myself kind of fearful a lot. And I do think that it is definitely like a hormonal factor. I think it's the serotonin stuff that I talk about a lot, where I'm just like, I'm filled with fear a lot. And it's not even like related to anything in particular. It's just feeling creepy. And I get, for the longest time, I have felt weird during this time of the year. And I wonder if there is some seasonal aspect to it that I never considered before this year, which is interesting. But we are going into fall. We are in fall today. This is actually great news to get on the first day of fall. And now I really have to prepare for winter. So my strategy going forward is to try to eat as nutritionally dense as I can while it's easier at this time of the equinox, and really try to prepare for the winter solstice because it's really tough at that time. The two hardest times are the solstices. So this time is easier. I think I'm just a little fearful for a lot of different reasons. I think it's scary to be getting into some uncharted waters. I have not been this weight sustainably in forever. I think the last time I was around this weight and just consistently this weight was my junior year of high school, which is insane. So that's a long time ago. The other thing is, like, I didn't, when I was keto earlier, I would get down to about 300. The lowest was 290. The second time I did it in 2020, I got to 295. That was the lowest I got. But in spring of 2019, I got to 290. And that was the absolute lowest I ever got doing keto. But at that time, that was 80 pounds lost. So I have hit that 80 pounds that a lot of people hit on keto that they can't get past. So I will say at this point, at the very least, what I'm doing is as good as keto because I've reached that level of weight loss. And I think I don't know, like, there's so much programming in my mind that it's not that I struggle, but it's like it feels like I'm walking on water or something. Like, it feels really bizarre to be losing weight, while I'm still having sugar and candy and stuff. Like, it's really bizarre. Still having plenty of fruit juices and things like that. Lots of carbs, and I was really a diehard keto person, and it's very bizarre to me to be losing weight like this. And I keep seeing when the plateau is going to hit or if it's going to hit, and it hasn't. So I do feel very blessed. It's a weird feeling, I think, because like there's so much that has gone behind this. I've done so much work. And it's just like, wow. I don't know. Physically, like I said, I don't feel that great physically at this point. I do feel better though, which I think is important to mention. Even my armpit thing, it's not as bad. It is receding. Like, I think it's getting better now. My shortness of breath and stuff, like these symptoms, they don't come very often. Now they're happening like more like once a month, in that range. And I don't feel ragey. I feel fearful, which is weird. It's a weird feeling, but I feel very like kind of pussified a little bit, which is weird. I know that that's not a technical term or anything, but it's like I don't feel courageous at all, which is bizarre for me. But I'm okay. I can handle it. I mean, whatever. I'm pretty safe, So I try to like remind myself of that, which is weird that I have to do that. But it's like we put up the Halloween decorations and it was freaking me out. Like, I don't know. It's weird. I get weird this time anyways, but I think that I'm in some unknown areas now. And I think that does scare me a little bit, just because like, I have my lingering doubts of like, well, is this going to be where the plateau hits? Am I going to face the same issues I face with keto? Am I going to start gaining weight back or start doing this or start doing that? Like, you have these thoughts sometimes. And I'm nervous about the winter. I've told you guys that a lot. I'm a little bit less nervous about the winter. I feel like I might be able to do it this year. I might be able to keep going. So I will obviously keep you guys posted with that. But it's just, I feel like I'm going into the unknown here, I don't think I ever was out of super morbid obesity when I did keto. Because I've tried some clothes on that I tried on during that time, and I fit in them better now than I did then. So I think my body fat percentage was higher, which I'm at 42% exactly now. So I just have to lose 2% and I'm out of super morbid obesity. I've amended my goals. My new goal is to be no longer super morbidly obese by winter. I think I can achieve it. So I can hopefully sustain. The most challenging months for me are likely to be December and February. So if I can hold it together during December and February, I should be in really good shape in a year. And that's how I think about things. I have energy still. I still have more focus and stuff. But the past week has been a little harder. A lot of my severe hypo symptoms, it seems to be happening around this time of the month now, which is interesting. Rather than like every day, it's like mid-month, or that third week of the month, that kind of thing. So we'll see how I feel. You know, everything goes like this. So you go in loops, but your lows get higher and your highs get higher as you go along. And I feel very like weirded out, but also like optimistic, but also sad at the same time. Like I don't know. It's a very weird feeling. Just because it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even think I'm sad for any reason. I think it's just like physical. Isn't that crazy? Like I was really trying to find a reason why, and I'm not, like there's no reason. So I think it's just a side effect. Isn't that crazy? I mean, the mind games of weight loss are something else, especially when it's not caused by anything, you know? I can't believe I'm almost under 300. That's really weird, too. You know, that's like, I don't know. I think as it happens, it's like I don't absorb it that much because it is weird. But I'm excited to see like how my body feels after being under 300 for more than 2 months. You know, when I did keto, I couldn't keep it for more than a month usually. When I got under 295, I very much, or when I got under 300, I felt very much like those fat activists say, where they say like keeping your weight down is like holding a beach ball underwater. That's how I felt when I was keto. I don't feel that way at all now. Right now, it just feels like there's no beach ball. And I'm just like, and that's what's weird to me about this time, is like I'm kind of haunted by past attempts, and I'm just like, where is this beach ball effect? I don't see it. I have struggled with the deficit a little bit, but as I told you guys, I don't really have weeks where I can't do the deficit. It's more like days or like a day. So I did eat more one day because we had like this caramel covered pumpkin pie cake, and when we were celebrating the start of fall, and it was so delicious. And I had that moment where my body was like, give me the food now, you know, and I like ate, and like I was really like, you know. But then the next day I was fine, and the day after I was fine, and my weight went right back down, and I continued to lose. So I'm just like, okay, this is really new. So I think I have to just kind of let go of stuff. I'm going to try, because I do feel very haunted. I don't know how else to describe it, but I feel haunted, like by my past. I feel haunted by past weight loss attempts. A lot of you guys have told me that you think that when you lose the fat, it's like you have to feel the feelings that you were bearing, and I do find that interesting. It does kind of feel that way. I think it's probably more physical, you know. It's probably more serotonin related, or, you know, hypo related as usual, right? Because I have been having a little bit of insomnia. So yeah, I think it's just like this weird phase where I'm a little concerned about the mental side right now. But physically, I'm very optimistic, and I know whatever's happening mentally will pass. You know, it always does. And so I'm fine. I'm not like gonna stop or anything. So I don't know. I'm extremely determined, and like I said, I don't feel this beach ball effect. I don't feel like it's taking a huge amount of effort to hold my weight down. I don't feel like I'm holding my breath. I don't feel like any of that. And I used to when I was losing weight, and I don't. So that is like amazing, but also it's hard for me to believe, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at. I know it's weird, but I'm just being real with you guys, right? So I feel very midline. Like there's parts of me that feel optimistic and the parts of me that are fearful. So it's weird. But thank you guys so much for following me and stuff. Like, you guys have been great on here. And I've been feeling more productive. Like I said, I am better. I am better. But I'm hopeful that I'll feel better, like in my knees and stuff like that soon. Like, I have been walking a lot, so it still hurts a bit, but it's okay. I think my body is not caught up. It's like, I don't know. I have to do something, or it's like I have to let go or something. It's really weird. So I will get back to you guys on that later, but I think it's just like, I think a lot of times when we're really sick, we feel attached to our sickness, or we feel like it's a part of our identity. And I know I have to let that go. And it scares me. It really does. I feel like I'm diving into the bottom of the ocean. That's the feeling I have right now. I feel ungrounded, and yeah, but it's for good reason, right? And we all knew that this type of stuff would occur. But I think it's really like, okay, like, I'm not going to be super morbidly obese. Like, I have identified as that as a long time, and I'm not going to be. So I gotta let go. I'm learning. I feel like I can let go of certain things now. Like, I feel like I'm developing that ability to really just let go of control of things and let things come as they need to, and, you know, kind of let go and let God. I'm really learning that right now. And I think I'm in a position mentally, spiritually, physically, where my brain can do that and just like receive stuff, you know, rather than always pushing. So that's a huge metamorphosis that's occurring internally right now. But thank you guys so much. I hope it wasn't too negative or anything. I'm not trying to be, but it's like I just need to be honest about how this is feeling and going. But I will talk to you guys again soon. Enjoy your day, night, whatever. And we'll be back with more content very soon. Thank you.